Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Miniature Truth. I am your only host on this show. Gonna go over some current events. Gonna go over something that about Israel that the South Sudanian wants to talk about, and then we're gonna talk about something that's really hits close to home because it really is right out my not right out my back door. It's something that I've been a part of. Fortunately, I didn't go through, but we'll talk about it as we go through the show. But before we get anything started, well, it's one of those days where you gotta start off with that. Not one, but two videos. One because I want to hear it, first one. Second, so we can get a little bit of a mood, if you know what I mean. Go get your coffee, go get your bagel, go get your hash brown pancakes, whatever you guys eat on a Saturday, and it better be bacon.
Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. Baby with the fit girl booty, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. Acted and I'm watching the movies, got the Ukraine flag in the bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA flag looking too dang bad, I'ma have to go and match it. Be like a black square post. Everybody feel like Malcolm X for a while. They don't really want that smoke, so they just post a line and get quiet. Y'all just really act that woke. Media take control of the minds. Swear to God, y'all are cross lines. Dave Chappelle did not commit crimes. Dumb girls tried to cancel the office. Now they got Ukraine flags in their office. Shake that ass at Coachella proudly just to show Instagram she still got it. Content now it looks like a Playboy. Girls got options, best learn to Playboy. Better yet find a Christian wife. Try to live your life, mind your business like hey boy. This is a field for the top elites. Bada boom, yeah, bada bing. Get a room if you wanna dream. Never mind, she's too good for you anyway. Driving home on the interstate, so sweet like lemonade, Minute Maid, on a nice hot summer day. Gotta go let you in the race, so fix your face, or get the pace, or get in place.
Yeah, you can
Baby with the
fix your
fit girl
face.
booty, got the Ukraine flag in the
Now
bio.
that
Acted and I'm watching the
we're
movies,
talking
got the Ukraine
about,
flag in the
we're
bio.
proud Ukraine
World War III on the beat, got the whole
orders.
club jumping like a riot. Girl with the USA
But
flag, then
Ukraine
too
might
dang
come
bad,
up
I'ma have to
later
go and
on
match
in
it.
this.
Baby with the fit girl booty,
show.
got the Ukraine flag in the bio.
There's that.
Acted and
Now
I'm
we're
watching the
moving
movies,
on.
got the Ukraine
The
flag in the
song has to get
bio. World War III on the beat, got the whole club jumping like a riot.
everybody ready,
Girl with the
in
USA
the
flag,
mood
then too dang bad,
for
I'ma have to go and
I don't
match
know
it.
what.
I be the realest, y'all gonna.
Oh yeah. This is broke. How we grew up.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker.
What?
Weed up then. Play that shit up, nigga. Yeah. Sup, Snoop?
Top dog, light 'em all, nigga, burn this shit up. DPGC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug niggas, drug dealers, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for sure. Slip my hoe a 44 when she got in the back door. Bitches looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this motherfucker just to swing in my hair. Bitch, quit talking, quit walk if you down with the sick. Take a bullet with some dick and take this dope on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if your ass get cracked, bitch, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the X, you'll be relieving the stress.
All right, let's get on to the first thing today. So, Donald Trump, again, after a 35-year war between Armenia and Azerbaijan, I hope I said that right. I'm pretty sure I did. Had them at the White House yesterday, and they signed a peace deal. Wait, is that another war President Trump ended? Got one more left, one major one left, and then, well, Peace Prize, and then the list comes out. I bet. That's how it's going to work. He's going to get the Nobel Peace Prize, and the files will come out.
President of the United States The President of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Prime Minister of the Republic of
Said it right.
Armenia will now sign the joint declaration on the outcomes of the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity Summit.
That's really
They will
beautiful.
sign 3 copies in English. The President of the United States signs as a witness to the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia, affirming their path to peace, stability, and prosperity. We kindly ask that all guests remain seated.
Shouldn't he
for the
be
signing
signing
of
them
the documents.
last? Look at the Azerbaijan dude. He waited till everybody signed to finally put his name. It's basically like when we were in class and they're like, all right, pass your paper to the right. We're going to grade it right now. No auto pen and no photocopy. Let me get that pen
That is so
from.
great, and we'll hold up, how about holding up that document, all right?
Another motherfucking peace deal. Like them or love them or hate them. That's impressive. How many peace deals and wars he's basically ended, and long time running wars. Now we're just waiting one more. One more. And I bet you it happens after this summit that comes up. And then when it happens and it's all good and done, you want to bet the list comes out? The client files. The files come out. And if they come out, it'll probably be towards the end of September when Congress gets back in session. Now we're going to hit to Florida. If you have your lights and sirens blaring and you're coming through a 4-way intersection and your light is green and a moron, well, I can't really call him moron, well, Darwin Award winner, hears it, sees it, runs the light on a bicycle, mind you, on the cross, not on the crosswalk, crossing, whatever. Let's show you the video. Who do you think's at fault? I already just told you who I think it's at fault.
Getting a brand new look at a deadly crash involving a Martin County deputy and a bicyclist over in Jensen Beach. Sheriff's officials now, they say that it was not their fault. They think that this video will prove that. CBS 12's Al Peffley joining us live over in Jensen Beach tonight with the story.
Jim, the crash happened here at this intersection in Jensen Beach. The sheriff says the crash report is not done yet, but he says based on all the information he's seen so far, along with the video, it appears the deputy did follow all department policies and procedures. New video from the Martin County Sheriff's Office shows a deputy responding to a scene hitting a bicyclist who was going through an intersection on July 26th. Behind the wheel of the patrol car was Deputy Joshua Peace. Body camera video shows Peace running over to help the bicyclist who was laying on the pavement at the intersection of Jensen Beach Boulevard and Green River Parkway at about 5:30 in the morning.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. 10-4, Star Fire Rescue.
A short time later, a female sheriff's deputy arrives at the intersection to assist while waiting for paramedics.
Sir, we got fire rescue coming, all right?
Why is nobody
We're here
here
with
to
you.
peace line? That's the first thing you do.
Hey, buddy, just breathe. Just breathe.
The bicyclist, 79-year-old John Mullins, was flown to the hospital but did not survive. At one point in the video, Deputy Peace told the other deputy what happened.
I had a green light. He was going through.
The sheriff says Deputy Peace was on his way to another traffic accident with his lights and siren on when Mullins ran a red light and rode into the path of the deputy who had a green light.
And he tried
So
to
far in
swerve.
our investigation, he's within our policies and procedures. He's running lights and sirens. He has the right of way. His speed limit is not excessive.
The sheriff says the deputy was going about 5 to 7 miles per hour over the speed limit, which in that area
The
is
buffer they
45
give
miles
us.
per hour.
You can see that he's got a green light, and you can see the victim cross in front of the
You ever
deputy
notice
at
some
an angle
cops
again.
will get you for going 5 over, but you can do 4 over. Or some cops will let you go 9 over, it just can't go 10 over.
Not going across a crosswalk, not adhering to traffic rules, which bicyclists are supposed to do, and our deputy, unfortunately, couldn't avoid the crash.
The sheriff says he just received a letter from an attorney for the victims' relatives raising concerns about the deputy's speed, situational awareness, and adherence to protocol. The sheriff says those concerns are ridiculous.
These are asinine, and that's what we have to deal with every day from these bottom feeder attorneys who don't even have the fact shit. Instead of getting the facts, he's demonizing our deputy who's still grieving the fact that he wasn't able to save a life.
And I spoke with the attorney in Dallas, Texas for the victim's family. He says they just want answers. He says it's his job to see if there were any breaches in department policy and procedures, and if there...
Okay. Light was green. Lights and sirens. What part of that was hard to understand? I get it, the guy's dead. 79 years old. Did he not hear it? But you could still visually see lights flashing in the left side of your peripheral vision. I don't know. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't feel bad. It's preventable. And the officer did everything right. Except for hold C-spine. So we're going to head over to Texas. This was Friday when they met back in. And again, these Democrats, what's up, Bill Gangbang? Acknowledge me. My man. My man. So in Texas, they did not show up again. And he basically says, okay, you don't want to come back? You know our police can't come get you, so FBI might get involved and get you guys coming back. The biggest thing everyone's crying about is the redistricting, which if you've seen the map before and what they are proposing, it looks like it should be like every other fucking state except for Illinois, California, Massachusetts, and New York. But they got time. They got time. Are they going to come back? No. Because these governors in New York, Massachusetts, California, and Illinois saying, come get them. We're not going to let you take them. You have no jurisdiction. But you know who does? The feds. Feds. Fucking Gestapo. Dude, I want a hammer like that.
The House will come to order.
Can you imagine me starting every show and ending every show with a whack, whack, whack?
Requested by Representatives Moody, Raymond, Munoz, Mary Gonzalez, Longoria, Cortez, Martinez, and Morales. You must register from your desk. You may not register for any other member. Clerk, ring the bell.
Oh, fuck. Thought we got past this. All right, time's up. Time's up. Hit it. Do it. Do it.
Have all members registered?
Hit the gavel. They've had enough time. There we go.
There being 95 members present, a quorum is not present. The House and Gallery, please rise for the invocation, which will be offered by Ron Joy of DPS.
Flag.
May I have your attention? Members, may I have your attention?
Yes.
The roll has been called and a quorum has not been established. Here is where we are at today. Yesterday, Attorney General Ken Paxton and I took action to domesticate the civil arrest warrants in the state of Illinois, seeking to make them enforceable beyond Texas state lines. I expect suits in other states will be forthcoming. Chairman Guerin of House Administration has also contacted the Sergeant-at-Arms of Illinois House of Representatives requesting their direct assistance in returning absent members. I have been in constant communication with Department of Public Safety, which has been working to track down absent members in an effort to return them to our chamber. These efforts will continue through the weekend. For those that have fled to Illinois or to California, be reminded that the FBI's assistant has reportedly been enlisted, and their powers are not confined to any singular state's boundaries. As far as new administrative policies in our chamber go, Comptroller Kelly Hancock and I have enacted a new policy stating that any member absent for the purpose of breaking quorum will no longer have their paycheck or per diem deposited electronically.
I like this.
While the Constitution forbids us from withholding pay, it does not dictate how we issue the pay. Those checks must now be picked up in person on Capitol grounds, effective immediately. Starting today, to safeguard taxpayer dollars and account for forthcoming liabilities under Rule 5, Section 3 of House Rules,
Wait,
which authorizes fines.
does that mean the people that aren't there have to come pick up their checks? Or does everybody have to pick up their checks? Because that would definitely create some peer pressure. Because the guys that are there, even they can't get direct deposit.
For members absent without leave, 30% of each quorum-breaking member's monthly operating budget will be reserved and made unavailable for expenditure. Absent members must also appear in person to approve or enact any of the following: requests for travel reimbursement, personal action requests, including those increasing or decreasing staff salaries, approval for newsletters and House of Reproduction services. Failure to appear in person will result in the cancellation of your newsletters and the encumbered funds. We have all hands on deck. We are continuing to explore new avenues to compel a quorum, and will keep pressing forward until the job is done. Finally, today, Dr. Greg Bonin will file House Bill 3, the House's priority legislation for flood recovery and infrastructure funding. Developed after 25 hours of testimony from Texans whose lives were upended by the July 4th floods. To those in California, Illinois, New York, or Massachusetts, wherever you may be, hear this. The bill cannot be referred to committee without a quorum. Every hour you remain away is time stolen from those Texans in need. Each one of you knows that eventually you will come back, and we will pass the priorities of the special session on the call. But with each passing day, the political cost of your absence is rising, and it will be paid in full. For the members' presence, I expect everyone to be here on Monday at the absolute latest. DPS is in the field to execute these warrants. Should they lead to the civil arrest of our absent colleagues over the weekend, you are on call.
Hell yeah.
You will need to be available to return to Austin with a minimum of 6 hours of notice.
Yeah.
Members, the call of the House remains in force. Under House rules, the House may adjourn from day to day. While I will call the House to order in a pro forma session tomorrow at 11 a.m., unless you receive a call to be here tomorrow because of DPS's good work, I will provide written permission to be entered in today's journal for each member registered as present during the session to leave the chamber and return 1 p.m. Monday. Members present today do not need to return until at 1 p.m. Monday. Members present today do not need to return until Friday.
Huh?
Until Monday.
Okay. Retard.
Mr. Guerin moves the House stand adjourned until 11 a.m. Saturday. Is there any objection? Chair hears none, and the House stands adjourned.
There you go. Whether or not the FBI is going to get involved, can't really tell. If you're an elected member of anything for the people to represent the people, and you just run away when it comes time to do your job, obviously they can't take away their pay apparently, but they can fine them. And they can relieve them of a position, but how and when are they going to do this? What's the statute saying, all right, we've given you this many days, you haven't shown up, that's it, you're done? Or, like I've said before, if they give them the opportunity to come back by Monday, they do not return, is that when they call the special session to get these votes done? Because once he does that and they don't come back, and they're not there, their constitution says he can remove them. So you guys might want to heed your warning. Go back and do what's right for the people.
We have some other things to announce later on in the day. Peter, please.
Related, just because you mentioned the elusive peace in Ukraine. Who is holding up this Ukraine ceasefire summit? Is it Putin or is it Zelensky?
Well, I think it's that one is, as you know, we've been working on a lot of these deals. We've closed every single one of them all throughout the world, and that's the last of them. And they're losing, Peter, about 6, maybe even 7,000 soldiers every single week. Russia, as you know, lost almost 25,000 over the last month and a half. And
sure did.
Ukraine lost just a small number fewer. It's a lot of people are dying, and I think we're getting very close. And
the number's smaller. How much smaller there, Donald? I'm curious. You'd think you'd have at least a guesstimate. Are they not dying? Are Russians not dying? Who knows? Who knows?
we're going to be announcing later on, we're going to have a meeting with Russia. We'll start off with Russia, and we'll announce a location. I think the location will be a very popular one for a lot of reasons.
Mar-a-Lago?
But we'll be announcing that a little bit later. I just don't want to do it now because of the importance of what we just did.
And I completely understand
please,
that.
go
Just
ahead.
a follow-up. Are you surprised that Zelensky hasn't figured out by now, in years of war, how to deal with you and to deal with Putin without needing permission to
I love
make
how he framed the
concessions
question.
from his parliament or from a national referendum?
Well, he's going out and getting what he needs. You know, he's not authorized to do certain things. I said, well, you're going to have to get it fast because, you know, we're getting very close to a deal. And he's doing that, and he's working with the European nations, and they're terrific people, terrific leaders, NATO. And as you know, I became very friendly with them. They agreed to go from 2% to 5%, 2% that they didn't pay to 5% that they've already paid. It's trillions of dollars. So, you know, we're working together very closely. But no, in all fairness to President Zelensky, he's getting everything he needs to assuming we get something done. But I'll be meeting very shortly with President Putin. It would have been sooner, but I guess there's security arrangements that unfortunately people have to make. Otherwise, I'd do it much quicker. He would too. He'd like to meet as soon as possible. I agree with it. But we'll be announcing that very shortly, okay? And location. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, with this meeting with Putin, is this Russia's last chance to achieve peace? And do you expect Ukraine to make any type of territorial concession?
Yeah, I don't like using the term last chance. Look, it's, you know, look, this is two very, very smart people. They've been going at it and their predecessors also very smart.
I think what should happen to get this peace deal done is those three regions, Russia should be able to keep since they voted to stay part of the Russian Federation. And I think it will unlock Russian oil to the rest of the world, which would lower gas prices again and piss off OPEC. Ukraine gets our security and assistance for the mining for our $500 billion deal. Was it million? It was 500 something. And everybody wins. Everybody wins.
They've been going at it for 35 years. It's tough. And, you know, when those guns start going off, it's awfully tough to get them to stop.
Not to mention that this deal for the minerals there would be very, very good for us because Apple decided to invest $800 million into the U.S. to start production on iPhones here in the U.S. Exclusively. Crazy, right? I need to pull up the video for that. I'll pull it up tomorrow or Monday. But nobody knew about that. Apple just invested $800 million to make iPhones in the US exclusively. So we need Ukraine. If you think about it.
It really does. It's a war that should have never happened. It would have never happened if I were president. There was no reason for it. So many people are killed, so much cultural destruction. You look at those magnificent towers, the most beautiful in the world. You know, the spires were considered the most beautiful in the world. They're all in a million pieces, laying on the ground, all obliterated, knocked into a million pieces. So sad. But millions of people have died, and very, very much set in their ways. A lot of people were set in their ways, but I think we're getting close. I mean, this was not my war. This was Biden's war. But the European Union has been great. As you know, they're purchasing equipment from us. They have a lot of money, and they're spending a lot of money on buying equipment. We're not spending money, but we are supplying them equipment. They're paying for it. And I think that a lot of things happened recently that would make this go forward. I'm not going to mention anything having to do with India, but maybe that had an impact. But what really had an impact was NATO has stepped up in terms of their spending.
Yeah, if you don't know, Trump was like, oh, you want to buy oil from Russia? We're about to add 50% tariff to you.
On buying military equipment. You know, we're in for probably through Biden and his people, $350 billion. $350 billion. When they hear these numbers, you're saying that's a lot of money. $350 billion the United States has spent on that. It should have spent nothing because it should have never happened. It would have never happened. And Europe is in for over $100 billion, which is, it should be the opposite.
Yeah.
If we were in for anything, but it should be the opposite. And I will say that Europe wants to see peace. The European leaders want to see peace. President Putin, I believe, wants to see peace, and Zelensky wants to see peace. Now, President Zelensky has to get all of his everything he needs because he's going to have to get ready to sign something, and I think he is working hard to get that done.
I don't think he's going to have a choice.
Well, you're looking at territory that's been fought over for 3.5 years with, you know, a lot of Russians have died, a lot of Ukrainians have died. So we're looking at that, but we're actually looking to get some back and some swapping. It's complicated. It's actually nothing easy. It's very complicated, but we're going to get some back. We're going to get some switched. There'll be some swapping of territories to the.
Oh. So Russia is going to get those territories, huh? I'm telling you. They get the territories. Ukraine continues with that minerals deal, and they get security assistance from us and only us. No other part of Europe. No other coalition force. Just security for our investment. I mean, it's win-win on both sides, in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. We're going to, what was this one about? I forgot. Holy shit. Oh, this one is cases of human smuggling throughout the country. And by human smuggling, I mean
Traffic stops, and then there's one unbelievable pattern. Officers
hello.
keep finding illegal immigrants being smuggled into the USA, hidden in the wildest places you can imagine.
You guys think Melanie was a name for originally for black people, black women? Melanie, melanin? Huh? Huh? Bet y'all never thought about that.
I want you to watch how creative people get trying to move illegal immigrants and how fast it all falls apart. So in this first one, we have this routine stop, a nervous driver, and then boom, stash of illegal immigrants.
What do you have in the back of the U-Haul? You don't know what's in the back of the U-Haul?
Nope.
I was just asked to go. I have no idea. I swear on my kids, I have no idea.
So, you don't know what's in the back of the U-Haul?
No.
But you're moving?
Yeah.
I'm moving this for somebody. I'm just trying to make some extra money, and I was asked to drive truck, and so that's what I'm doing.
How much were you paid to?
I think they said like either between 2 and 250.
She said that she was asked to.
She said she was paid $250 to move this. $250 ended up being a federal offense.
Drive the truck. So she doesn't know what's in the back of the truck.
Smart.
Stop!
Hold it.
Oh!
I'll get it. Manos arriba, todos. Manos arriba, manos arriba, manos arriba.
What am I getting arrested for, ma'am?
Human smuggling.
I didn't do that. What? Wait. I didn't know nothing about.
So since Penske came out and talked shit about the raids that, ICE did, is U-Haul going to come out and say, whoa, we don't allow people to be transported in the back of our box trucks, just like Penske. We don't approve of this behavior.
About that, please.
Come on.
What the? Oh my God, I did not know this.
Yeah, you did.
All right, hang out.
Oh my God, I didn't know this.
Can you go ahead and notify Border Patrol of our location? We are eastbound 334. We are east of that 3 Edward unit.
Down.
We do have a loaded U-Haul.
2, 4. God damn it. Missouri.
Clip 2. Boom. More illegal immigrants.
A Chevy. They're Mexicans,
And
right?
I've seen people just hide in the back and everything.
For real?
Is there somebody hiding back there?
No, sir. I don't have nobody hiding back there.
Yeah, because I see a pair of jeans right here. Oh, there's somebody hiding back here. I can see them.
Retard.
I was trying to take them over there to
Yeah.
work.
Man, I appreciate being real with me, all right? How many people you got back there?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
You just said
help them
none.
out. They needed a ride out there in the streets.
Wait for it. You're not stopping them. What are y'all doing?
Stop.
That motherfucker. I should have ran.
Chill. I don't want to hurt him. Get on the ground.
So, are you okay? Can you ask them if they're okay? Man, little kids.
Now take a look at number 3. Like you really have to watch this.
My bad, I was on the phone.
How much is he paying you to make the move for him?
$100.
Who is it? Don't answer it. Who's el gordo?
I never would have thought
Can I open up the box that's there?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. Yeah, I don't know.
They're in there.
Hello.
You can see them. Yeah? Okay, sir, go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
All right. I don't know.
You're arrested for human smuggling,
I
okay?
loved it. What did I do? I didn't know they were there. There's nobody there. I was paid to move this.
I don't know, but you can see them in there.
I just saw like 2 right here.
I'm gonna slide this down, okay?
Yes.
They're all breathing, they're all...
¿También? Hey. Ya los puedo ver, los están bien.
Yeah, we good. Holy fuck.
I think it just come off now.
They were boarded in there.
¿También?
Oh, that's how we got here.
¿Cuántos más hay?
It's just these. There's no one else.
Oh, hello, Rogelio Padilla from
Oh,
Laredo.
and clip 4. What in the
Wait, there's
world?
more? Another Chevy. Or GMC, which is a gay man Chevy. Whoa, 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 whoa! Get back here!
1807 Laredo, 1080.
Why did
Westbound
that
fast
weird?
Westbound fast
Hit it.
1807 Laredo. It's gonna be the 28 on my Anchor. Turning left.
What are they doing? They're gonna bail. Nope.
Before we see it, it's going to be a town in color Yukon, 10-9 last location.
¡Al piso! ¡Ponte al piso!
Well, we shouldn't try
¡Al
to
piso!
run. I mean, morons, but...
Ok, quiero que se baje uno. Bueno, tú primero.
Yeah.
Bájate. 1805 Laredo. It's going to be loaded. We're going to have approximately 6 UDAs. Siéntese aquí, por favor.
Hello, man.
Pásese. Vente. Sí, para acá. ¿Estás bien? ¿Están lastimados? ¿Ustedes están lastimados? ¿Tú estás lastimado? Vente. Bájense, por favor.
Bruh.
Van a ver con los señores, con los muchachos. ¿Estás bien? ¿Te paraste? Sí. Ok. ¿Tú estás bien?
That's crazy.
This fifth clip is really going to get you.
Dude, the police car needs a new windshield.
Jesus.
Yeah?
There's about 40 or 50. There's about 30.
Now it kind of makes me wonder when I see these trucks as they're driving down. Like these, specifically these ones, like, could there be people in the back? It doesn't look like there's anything in the back because then you can just not see the big piles of dirt that they always put in these things and they cover with the net. Huh.
No se van a correr, ¿me entienden?
We're gonna need a bigger truck. Don't be scared now. See, not a single weapon is drawn. They're very nice and considerate. Nuts to butts. Line up,
And in
nuts to
clip
butts.
6, what do we have? More smugglers.
Well, now, you had your license with you, sir?
Yeah.
Where are you headed back to?
Yeah, Houston.
To Houston?
Yes.
What relation is he to you?
There's a friends.
Friends? Okay. What's his name?
I'm sorry?
What's his name?
I know from nicknames.
What's his nickname?
Yeah.
So he's a friend, but you only know him by nickname?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the folks in the back seat?
I'm sorry?
The people in the back seat?
Yes, I
Oh,
know
them?
Friends too? Okay. Do you know
I
their
didn't know
names?
they were there.
No.
Okay. All right. Where are they from? Where are they from? Do you know where they live?
Mm-mm.
You don't know where they live, but they're your friends?
Laredo.
Do you know his nombre? Do you know him? Is he friend?
Yes, I'm
Or-
friend, but no.
Friend?
Look at all his tattoos.
Do you know the driver?
Yeah.
Dude could be a
What's his
gangbanger.
name?
What's it?
It's Jose?
Of course it's Jose.
Okay.
Pepe.
F.A.
So
F.A.
does somebody sent you an address to pick these people up and take them somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Okay,
don't
so
wanna be lying.
so they're illegally in the country then.
Huh?
They're not in the country legally. Are you being paid to take them somewhere?
I'm sorry?
Are you being paid to take them somewhere?
No.
You getting money?
No.
Liar.
Driver is not a USC, out of Houston, Mexico ID card.
Oh.
There are 6 individuals in there. He stated he picked them up at a gas station. He received a text, I guess, out of Mexico to pick them up and is taking them to a address at a gas station in Pecan Valley in San Antonio.
Now, in the 7th one,
Wait, there's another one?
are you serious?
This
You
is
have got to watch exactly what happens.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know where this is at, but when I used to drive from Wichita Falls, Texas down to San Antonio, there was I can't remember the fucking interstate, but whenever there'd be like backup traffic, this was what we would do to get around traffic. And it wasn't just me. It was like Texans do it like a motherfucker. Drive through the median, just go on through, pass up the traffic because, well, there's nothing going to be on that side. It's a country road.
Hey boy, 1404 Laredo.
No, we're just making sure he's out of the way.
Hay más gente aquí. ¿Dónde, mero?
Están golpeando.
Okay.
Lástima.
Hey, there's more people underneath the boards. Huh? There's more people underneath. Yeah, dude, they're just selling right now. You can hear knocking. Let me get my crowbar, dude.
Oh, we just did that first. Funny.
Yeah, I think I see somebody in the middle, on the far, in the front.
Dale, pa. No me siento ahí. A ver, venga.
You thought I was joking. Well, it keeps going.
No, it
Look
doesn't.
at clip number 8.
It can't. Oh, this guy. The movers van.
You come on out.
International truck.
I think the registration's also expired. How's it going, partner? With the highway patrol. Come on back to the truck. I'll show you what the reason for the stop was. Okay? You a mover or is it?
Sir.
Okay. Where y'all coming from?
I'm going to Del Rio to pick up, and then going back to La Pryor to pick up, and then shooting out to Austin.
What are you picking up?
Freight.
Freights?
Pallets.
Pallets.
Oh, pallets.
Going to Del Rio to pick it up. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
empty right now?
Yeah, I'm
okay. All right. So you don't have, this is a big drug traffic corridor, human smuggling and all that. You don't have none of that stuff in there, do you?
Yeah, I've never been down here.
Oh, first time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I don't know if you see all the border patrol and all the highway patrol all up and down the road. You don't have none of that stuff in here, do you?
No.
All right. Would you consent to just opening it up and showing us what's back there?
Sure.
I appreciate you.
There it is.
Let's do that right quick. We'll knock that out and I'll get you identified. Make sure you're carrying your license with you in the future, okay?
And done.
Oh, man, no good. All right, go ahead and place your hands behind your back for me.
Hey, no se mueva.
Hope that money was worth it. 210, isn't that San Antonio?
Interview at any time. You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
All right, outstanding. All right, let me give you that water really fast.
Can you give us your email?
Yeah.
We got him. There we go. Sticker 51.
It jumped. God damn, it's like a 3-foot rock. Feet and knees together.
Did you ride down here on a bus?
That's the transit in San Antonio.
From San Antonio?
Yeah, that's the downtown bus, take to town and back home.
From
Yeah,
Austin to San Antonio?
you were cut off.
No.
All that was copied was
it's Metro.
The Metro in San Antonio. Okay.
And number 9, we have even more of this foolishness.
Nobody else in the vehicle? No. You don't have a Class A license?
Oh, you fucking moron.
Driving this truck, they come in to take it to San Antonio so you can get repaired.
Who told you that?
Well, a friend of mine, and that's how Jordan is in there.
Gotcha. Are you sure there's not anybody in there?
You don't know?
Have you placed on the check? Yeah. All right, you stand by here with the location.
He's already checking without permission. That's funny. Get up in that
All
cab.
right. It's loaded, bro. It's loaded.
Oh, dude, put your shoes back on.
Stand by. I got it.
You know, when you already know you're fucked, why just lie? It's like, yeah, there's fucking. Oh, now they put the shoes on. It smells like feet and burritos. Oh, 2 of them were truck smuggling.
And now our final clip,
Wait.
guys.
There was a few under 18. Fucking pieces of shit.
And now our final clip, guys. Take a look.
Dude,
Dang.
alright. pop the trunk. Alright. Never gonna say that we've never traveled with someone in the trunk. Here's what happened. I think it was 18 or 19-year-old private. We were all out off post, and they're like, oh, we need to get back on post. Well, we all did. However, we had two people that didn't have their ID cards, and we didn't have room. So what we did is we put them in the trunk, and we went through the gates at Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas. And we were like, I hope they don't fucking do a random check. I hope they don't do a random check. And no random check. So I smuggled two people on post. Don't worry, they were American soldiers, so it's okay. It's not like I knew they were illegal. I would never smuggle illegal people.
Nobody, would you get Border Patrol right up here to 334, please?
You guys didn't even open the trunk. Like, oh, shit.
2 King 1105 comms. Can I get a weapons check?
Looks like a Beretta. At least he was.
So, you thought that was over with? Guys, there's so many of these. I have a bonus clip for you. Watch this one.
¿Usted es de Florida? Entonces, ¿de dónde vienes originalmente?
Vengo de San Antonio.
Párate. Yeah. De San Antonio? Yeah, you can help me with this. There's a compartment under here. You see it?
Oh, yeah. Let's stick everything out there.
Dude, the worst thing about carrying baby bells in the back of your truck, bales, is trying to clean that shit out.
How many? 3?
¿Cuántos?
Okay.
I used to buy them so I can use them for targets for spear throwing practice for the Spartan.
Hey, señor.
Mantenga la cabeza para que no se peguen arriba porque está muy pesado lo de arriba, ¿ok? ¿De dónde son?
Mexicanos.
¿Mexicano? Ok. Ten cuidado, no se te va a caer esto arriba. ¿Listo? ¿Tú también eres mexicano?
Sí, soy mexicano. ¿Puedo agarrar mis cosas?
Ahorita te las bajamos, que vamos a bajar todo esto, ¿ok? ¿La mochila es de usted?
Sí.
¿La mochila está dentro ahí?
Sí.
Ok.
Now, you know the mainstream media won't show you this. It's the same hustle.
Actually, local media sometimes will show it. Other than that, you probably will never see that. So, this next one, they finally have body cam footage of the aftermath of the Cincinnati brawl. These cops are so nonchalant. The first officer's whose body cam will show up, kind of just want to punch her in the mouth. I'm just saying. Not that I would or condone it, but this is all satire. So anything I say that involves violence or racism or anything, it's totally satire. Because everybody's a little bit racist. They just won't let you know. Anyway, while this video starts, I'm going to go downstairs and get me a drink because that's just the kind of moron I am. So I'll be back a couple minutes. Maybe like a minute and a half. So I'll let you watch this video start. And I want you to pay attention to how this officer is more worried about putting people on the sidewalk when, notice where they are in the road when she's like, sidewalk, sidewalk, and why there was absolutely no reason to move them to the sidewalk. Anyway, I'll let you watch the beginning. Let me know what you see.
Was it about the wings? Okay, yep. Were they fighting about rings? Oh, I see he got a black eye or something, huh? Is the other guy still here? Who swung first, do you know? Do you know who swung first?
I just, my observation, like I said,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know who it was. I want my glass. I mean, honestly, I don't know who it was. I just want my glasses back and I can't find them. I don't.
Is that your cigarette lighter behind you?
No, I don't smoke. These are not my glasses.
How was the idea? Give the cameras, and then.
Well, I mean, what we would do tonight is take a report.
Let's do this. Let's all step on the sidewalk. Let's do that.
Oh,
Sidewalk. Somebody found these.
Step on the sidewalk.
Where? Okay.
Step on the sidewalk.
Now, you notice where they are in relation to the rest of the road. They're between this white truck and this food truck. It's a parking. No one's in there. But if you look where this officer parked, she parked next to the food truck, blocking the lane that she's thinking everybody's standing in the road. All right. That's one thing about this video. The main thing is you almost don't see any of these cops talking to this lady right here whose face is just fucking demolished.
And then what?
We're going to get the information for your report.
Sidewalk.
Me?
Yeah. Sidewalk.
Why is that?
Sidewalk.
We're the victims.
That's the lady right there. Worried about getting a sidewalk and calling EMS.
Who? You want your report?
Yeah.
No. The report.
No.
The report. Don't worry about it.
Well, it looks like the lady got
Yeah.
I already talked to one guy that told me this part. Give me that. I'll check on you. Did you witness anything, sir?
Just the tail
Let's
end of
step
it.
this
I
way.
don't know who was who, but I seen just the tail end of the fight.
How many people were fighting?
From what I seen, it was just one guy squaring off with that guy.
Then how do all these other people have blood in their shirt torn
Well,
off?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
I
you didn't
started
see it.
off up here, and I start walking down the street. As I'm walking down the street, I see that the one guy squaring off with this guy. And then as the cars, as I get through and I see the cars clearing out, I see other guys on the ground.
Oh.
But I don't see nobody in them, but I see them on the ground. And the only thing I see my attention is drawn to these two squaring off. The black guy and him squaring off.
Okay.
And everybody's trying to tell him like, oh, just go, just go, just go. And he kept going out there. The black guy saying, he has my wallet. The black guy saying, I don't have your wallet. Kept going after dude and kept telling him, no, stop, stop, stop. Because obviously the dude he was fighting that didn't have them all. And so they kept going and he kept walking towards dude and last punch, he punched him, dude fell. And
Which guy kept? So one of them kept walking towards the other guy.
yeah, this guy here with the shirt. He was,
The black shirt,
no, not the black shirt.
the white shirt,
Them two was fighting.
Oh no, the video's going to be
the one
trying to walk
standing in
away
front of the truck.
and get stuck.
Oh, okay.
So he was fighting with the one guy. That's pretty much all right. They was kind of like squaring out.
Can I?
I think they said all in all there was at least 3 to 5 victims.
Going towards him.
Can I get your last name? First name? Okay. Date of birth?
Last name
Good phone
Talia.
number?
First name Jenna.
And a good address. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. It was senseless, but I don't know who was the aggressor.
But you saw some of it though.
Only thing I seen was walking down the street, And at that point, he's saying he has my wallet.
One left.
He's trying to keep
So
going after
she's gonna
him,
walk
and
up
people
to a group of
steady
people.
telling him no.
She's gonna ask them if they saw him, and then she stands around for like a good couple minutes, not doing anything.
So I don't even know what's fighting. I'm trying to get my chick.
I get it. I get it.
Come on, let's just get their ass with that beat. Come on. You have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Anybody witness the fight and nobody?
Hey, no one saw nothing.
Nobody
Look, I'll answer any question. No question. All those people
Did you see the fight at all in the middle
that got injured, that are still there, don't you think she should go back over there and start questioning them some more, seeing how, another perspective, and see if they say their story straight? But no, she just kept fucking running around. Feel like just like the police chief over there, she didn't care. And that one guy that was walking away said they deserved to get their ass beat. Anyway, I don't know why I picked this. There must have been something that was said that I liked. So we're going to play it. It's Saturday. We're here.
And Jimmy Kimmel. And by the way, I will tell you this. It is weird if you're fully grown and you are married to someone else to be super friendly with an ex. That's just, you guys can comment. To me, that's weird.
Yeah, you were inside there, man.
Yes. To me, it's weird. I'd be like, no, it's fine. We're
married to
I get it if it's like an ex-actual spouse to whom you were married and you have to interact with them. But as far as just, it's an ex-girlfriend who you lived with or boyfriend, and now you're married to someone else and you're like, no, we're still really good friends.
Yeah, sure.
That's how you end up with a, Bennifer situation. Then Ben Affleck goes to Jennifer Gardner, has children, then goes back to J-Lo. Like, well, who saw that coming? Well, exactly everybody.
Right.
So, Sarah Silverman and Jimmy Kimmel, the funniest among us. That's how I refer to them. They went.
Surely.
Well, it's her podcast. And of course, you'd think jokes. You'd think maybe some entertainment industry inside information. No, they took the opportunity to whine about President Trump.
A lot of people I know are thinking about where they can get citizenship. And
I do have Italian. I did get Italian citizenship.
You do?
I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I do have that. As bad as you thought it was going to be.
Way worse.
It's so much.
Now, I don't understand why dual citizenship is even a thing. If you're from one country and you want to move another country to become a citizen of that country, you should have to denounce your previous citizenship. A lot of fucking countries in the world require that. The US requires it. When my wife took her oath, she had to renounce her Philippine citizenship in order to become an American. So if you want another country's citizenship, leave. Leave. Renounce the U.S. citizenship and then tell me that your new country is way better. Go live in Italy. Go live with your 22% VAT. Let me know how you feel about that.
Of cannoli.
It's just unbelievable. Like, I feel like it's probably even worse than he would like it to be.
Every once in a while, I'll Google Trump regrets or MAGA regrets just to see all the people that I'm not happy that they're upset and but it makes me hope that maybe this will bring people together.
Now you see like these clips of Joe Rogan saying, why is he doing this? He shouldn't be deporting people. And people go, fuck you, you supported him, whatever. I don't buy into that. I don't believe the fuck you, you supported him.
Just like,
I think everybody has to have the door needs to stay open. If you want to admit you were wrong, that's so hard and so rare to do.
And brave.
You are welcome.
I mean, Republicans know the difference between right and wrong in general. Like, they know what they're doing. But
Do
the
you?
left,
abortion all the way up until and including birth?
It's just I find it ironic. I'm the left. I'm on the left. I was for but like
well,
I find in general the party that is about inclusivity is incredibly elitist.
Okay, a couple things. President Trump was elected on the issue of immigration. He had overwhelming support from Hispanic voters, and it's still among his most popular issues. It's over a 50% approval rating overall, and 91% from Republicans who voted for him. Here's the other thing where they go, I can't believe he's deporting these people, and do people regret it? And, we shouldn't be doing it. It's as bad as it could possibly be. Okay. Now, they want you to think that in their mind it's as bad as it could possibly be.
The way they think is if you disagree with anything in him, you should automatically disagree with everything. I think that's where the lines are confused. There's people that are far left or far right who believes, oh fuck, I forgot. My train of thought just went left.
It's as bad as it could possibly be. Okay. Now they want you to think that in their mind it's as bad as it can possibly be because someone was deported who shouldn't have been deported. By the way, that hasn't happened. Let's laser in. What do you think about Coca-Cola gone from Snap? They think that's as bad as it can be. Do you understand? So don't acquiesce to these people. Hey, what do you think about states banning? Do you think that it's a good thing, though, that Snap and EBT, that you can only buy healthy food now, considering it costs $145 billion?
Supplement nutrition. Nutrition. Supplemental nutrition. That doesn't include sugary drinks, carbonated drinks, fucking snack food. What are those contributing to your nutrition? And it's government funded. So the government should be allowed to tell you on that program what you can and cannot buy. I'm sorry. It's government assistance. It's not supposed to be like a, what do you call it? Fuck. Because there's people out here that with 6 kids, they get like $3,000 in EBT benefits. It's unnecessary. Because this is what their job will be.
$1 billion to the taxpayer? Well, they'll never give you a straight answer and say, yes, that's some common ground. So we don't care what they have to say. They always try and take something where they think you could find common ground to base it on a lie, laser in on the issues where you would never compromise, and they're always on the opposite side of what is good and right. Now, here's the thing. Can we fact check? Did Joe Rogan say that? Is Donald Trump deporting?
He said he on a podcast he talked about, I forget who his guest was, but they were talking about how he didn't necessarily agree with the methods that ICE has been taking. He's been seeing videos online of some pretty aggressive arrests and doesn't agree with that. That's what he was talking about, and I believe that's what they're referencing. Okay. And that's what they're referencing when Kimmel goes, it's okay to admit you're wrong.
Meant to be a warning to letting them know, hey, leave now or we're going to get you. We don't have to be nice about it. They're not killing anybody. You guys notice that? All these arrests, not one single person has been killed or injured. Well, aside from the officers, but during these arrests. Because these ones are at the immigration facilities. But during these arrests, not one person is killed or injured.
It's okay. It's brave. You can admit you're wrong. Just you can come. No, we can't come back because that point at the end. By the way, she's not defending Republicans. No, that's not what they're doing. But at the end, when she goes, the left is so elitist. Yeah, dude.
That's true.
You sit here and browbeat us for months, if not years, about our opinions on immigration, and then the one guy goes, well, maybe they're doing it a little too hard, and then you go, it's okay to admit you're wrong and come back. No, you just called me you called me a fascist Nazi. Right. Well, I'm supposed to be friends with you?
Yeah. And I'll be an elitist here. We have the clip, I guess, the Joe Rogan clip.
It's about 30 seconds.
If he did say that, I'm going to this is why I'm worried about the Joe Rogan podcast verse. Because you see people who, they forget really quickly the COVID lockdowns. They forget that their city was destroyed. They forget that the left tried to silence them. They moved to Texas. Texas kind of sucks. There aren't as many restaurants. And now they go, well, we wanted Trump because we rode the popular wave, but we didn't think he was going to deport people. So we have several problems. If he's seen videos and he believes, for example, Abrego Garcia, that these people are wrongfully being deported, well, then he's misinformed. Or he's flip-flopping, and I'm sorry, there would be no reason to. if you voted for Donald Trump on the immigration policy, you knew that he was going to deport people, and these people are the right people to be deported. So that is worrisome. And those people, they give ammo to the left, right? Because what do? That's why S.C. Cupp has a career. That's why Navarro has a career. They go, I used to be a Republican, but name me one thing you're actually conservative about. And I hope that Joe Rogan doesn't become another one in a long line of many. Let's watch this clip because that bothers me.
We were told there would be no, well, there's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction.
You gotta remember, he did say, hey, what's up, Philemon? He did say that once they were getting all the bad guys out, they were coming for everyone else. Well, a lot of the ones that are getting arrested right now, they're getting apprehended because they're either around somebody that is known illegal and that they're looking for. They're getting caught out some of their immigration cases, which due process. And then there was a third one, but I can't remember.
With this, just have it up the ready. We had Tom Homan on the show. So this is Joe Rogan. First off, there's a lack of principle. There's a lack of worldview, and he's incorrect. He's misinformed. They are not targeting migrant workers. Tom Homan made it very clear. They are targeting. They're giving priority, right, to those who are a criminal threat. Those are the people they are seeking out. But if they go into a sanctuary city and they also come across people who are here illegally who aren't current violent.
Remember the one they had in Florida where they raided the pot farm? That's because they were investigating the owner for because he's a donator to Newsom and all these Democrats. So they thought he was covering up, and it was worker abuse, something like that. So they were going in, and not only did they find all these illegals, they found sex offenders, child sex offenders, and I think they said like 14 minors.
Criminals, it is a requirement that they deport them. And Tom Homan even added to that. He said, by the way, we told you we're going to deport everybody who's here illegally. We're going to give them the chance to self-deport, which, by the way, is a very generous offer when you look at what it is. I believe it's $1,000 and a ticket to their homeland as far as a credit.
And an opportunity to come back in the future.
An opportunity to come back. We're going to seek out the current most critical threats. But if we come across anyone here illegally, of course, it is our duty to deport them. We can't just let them back out. So they're not targeting them. And this is not breaking a promise at all. So Joe Rogan is misinformed, and it seems like a waffle because, let's be honest, he became more conservative when it was okay. I was around in 2000.
He never really was conservative.
I watched his very first podcast ever in his den. I was there on YouTube in 2000. I watched him do it, and of course, it was exactly what you would expect of comedians back then. Very left, very liberal. I like Joe. I think he does a lot of good. But this is one of those things that if there's no principled worldview, if there's no actual rationalization, justification, root reason for your opinion, you'll never be consistent, and the left will go, see, even Joe Rogan thinks. That's the problem. Let's continue the clip.
Construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them.
Yeah.
Gardeners.
Woo.
Yeah. Like, really?
Or Palestinian students on college campuses. Or not, like, there's a Turkish. Did you see this video of this Turkish students at Tufts University that wrote an essay, and then there's a video of like ICE agents, like, I don't know.
Is that the woman?
So the first thing he said was made up.
Yeah.
When he said Palestine, he made that up.
Just
So he can move into this real story.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's enough to get you kicked out of the country.
I mean, there's a long.
Is the Tufts University pause? Is that the girl?
That Palestinian student coming out talking against the Jews. If you notice, they're trying to make it to where you talk about Israel, anything like that, it's gonna painful for you legally. It seems like it's the only hate that they really care about and that they want to punish. And then you wonder why. Remember, I showed you the other day, AIPAC funds both sides of the government. It's really hard to find a politician who isn't.
Who was driving on a suspended license?
No, she's the one that was walking on the sidewalk, I believe.
That's the one we have video of. I don't remember all of the story behind that, but every one of these cases has more to the story.
Right. And here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand. Look, I voted for Donald Trump. You voted for Donald Trump. Or let's just say you're conservative. Maybe you were out of the country. You didn't vote. But the point
I
is,
voted for the Hulkster.
Well, there you go. Well, you know what? I guess he finally heard you. And so you voted. Okay.
I did.
You expected deportations.
I did.
You knew that there were 15 to 20 million illegals who flooded this country in the last 3-4 years, and that was, by the way, a proactive effort from the left. You still support the deportations.
Absolutely.
You support it before voting. You support it now. I don't understand why someone like a Joe Rogan was on the Trump train, supported him, said we need to do something about it. What has changed? Because it's not the promises from Donald Trump, and it's certainly not any of the principles that we share here in this room. If you are here illegally, you need to go, and you need to come back through the process because it's a problem that is unsustainable. And it costs $150 billion, whatever it is now. So I've seen estimates as high as $200-something billion.
What? I get it. A lot of the people can't afford it. Okay, if you can't afford it, it's something to work towards, right? What are you fleeing from if you live in Mexico? What are you fleeing from if you live in Bolivia? The process is there for a reason. The process takes time. That's all it's about. And like the whole saying of, well, if you're an American, your wife is automatically gets a green card. That's not fucking true. And anybody that tells you that is fucking lying, and they have no idea what they're talking about, or they did it illegally. It's just the way it works. The process takes a while to include the interview, the investigation. Oh yeah, they investigate it a lot. So I had to get an FBI background check, which I already had. She had to get her local police and then the federal background checks, fingerprints, medical exams, and everything else. Oh, Philemon, you should wait. It's probably going to be towards the end, but I have Myron talking about Israel. But that's later.
150 to 400, I believe, or 500.
Because the number used to be 116 billion.
Yes.
I remember that from the Change My Minds. It's 150 to 400 billion dollars a year. Billion to the taxpayer. What has changed? And it makes me think that there was no principle to begin with. There was no reason other than this seems popular now. That's what it seems like, or it's just being grossly misinformed because some of these are made-up stories and made-up examples. I would like to see discussions where that's actually challenged by people who can do so. I don't know that that'll take place. All right.
You want to play the rest of the clip? Or?
Oh, is there more?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, there's like 9. I don't know if there's anything.
Anti-colonial activism in U.S. colleges, that led to South Africa changing and all of that. And
Oh, so this is weird. Not this. I believe this actually happened in 2009 in Mexico, I believe. And a young model apparently went on a rant that everybody just says because she went crazy. Oh, absolutely, fella man. Just hit me up on my Instagram. I think it's Havi the Great. Here. But this one I found weird. I don't know how it came across my timeline, but somebody did a reaction to this story, and I was like, hold on a second, I want to look more into this story. And then
prior to a certain island belonging to a certain Jeffrey being exposed for the trafficking and the abuse of women and young girls involving the so-called elite, rich, and powerful, there is the strange case of Gabriela Rico Jimenez, a Mexican woman who unleashed wild accusations about a host of powerful people before suddenly disappearing, remains a mystery. Now, I have been meaning to talk about this case for quite some time now.
She came out and like basically alluded to that they're murdering, they're eating people, they're murdering, eating babies. She gets arrested and never saw again. Never seen again. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said saw. That was completely the wrong word. Was never seen again.
DailyMail.com released an article on June 1st, 2024 to remind us just how mysterious this case happens to be. Daily Mail states that her case now resurfaced in a recent podcast by Mexico Unexplained as speculation over her fate remains. Back in 2009, many people believed that Gabriela, who claimed to be a supermodel, making claims that the so-called elite were taking her to parties and other places where she's seen very nefarious and sinister things go down, well, that she was crazy. But as of today, as time progressed and more information has surfaced about these parties and these different places like these islands, her story seems a lot less crazy. This video was taken outside a luxury hotel in the Mexican city of Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, where people were said to be partying. From there, she emerged in a frantic state, wearing a ripped shirt bearing the words "Yum Yum."
Lo que decía esta joven al momento que estaba protagonizando su escándalo en plena vía pública. Adelante.
So she says, I wanted my freedom. Monterrey freed me, but it cost me a lot of work. I was in Mexico City for a year and 4 months. All of this began in mid-2001. I barely remember they were young and powerful and they killed them. I've been knocking on doors. What I wanted was my freedom. I want my freedom. Oh yeah, this is where she names this guy by name. Fuck, I looked him up yesterday. I think he's clothing. Could be wrong. Carlos Slim Dominique knew about this. I want my freedom. It hurts my soul they took him away. Leave me alone. They have already taken me to the police. Come on, go away. And there they told me they knew nothing. Also, she already went to the police and they told her pretty much go kick rock. They took me to the general hospital. You were there. Go get the fucking, you killed Moneo. Get the, I don't know. I wish they wouldn't fucking censor that. I guess they told me who they told me who did they kill. The Queen of England, the Queen of Germany. Did they kill the princesses and Mickey Mouse? It was also him. Wonder what they meant by Mickey Mouse. That's kind of weird because that goes back to Disney. That's weird. What? Nothing is going to come here. The people where you came from are crazy. They kill a lot of people. Death to all that kind of human. Go away. Whoa. Death to what kind of human? Now that kind of starts. Remember, the Israel is supposed to be the religion, or Israel. Judaism is supposed to be the religion where they kill everyone else that does not follow that religion. Huh? Here we go. They ate humans. Disgusting. They ate humans. I wasn't aware of anything. Of the murders, yes. But they ate humans. Humans. They smell like human flesh. You are not going to take me until this is clarified. You already took me there. Let me go. Okay.
Luis, esta es la triste realidad de la joven.
This is sad reality of the young Gabriela Rico Jimenez, as you saw a moment ago, tried to attack the police officer who managed to take her.
Gabriela Rico Jiménez, que como observamos en momentos, intentó también agredir al elemento policíaco que logró someterla esta madrugada. Por eso, bueno, vamos a buscar la versión de las autoridades de por qué uno está...
As you can see in the video, Gabriela quickly began hurling accusations at the royal family, Disney, and one of the richest and most powerful men in Mexico, Carlos Slim, almost immediately drawing a crowd. The woman accused them of living in a subterranean base, stealing children, and eating human flesh. Now, here's what bothers me about DailyMail.com and other media just like it. They state in this article, a news report of her arrest that aired in Spanish the subsequent day still circulates today shows the unhinged rant about wild conspiracy theories that saw her arrested. This is such a wild, unhinged conspiracy theory, but so much has come out since then, since 2009, about people like Jeffrey, P. Diddy, and so forth. The so-called elite, from politicians to scientists to musicians to actors and so forth, taking part in these wild parties, these sinister parties that involve trafficked adults and also trafficked minors. Yet they have the nerve to say it's an unhinged rant about wild conspiracy theories. In an article written in June of 2024, one of the things Gabriela said on video that stood out to me personally is when she said they took me to the general hospital. That is because anybody that's been subscribed to me for quite some time now knows that I have made plenty of videos on people who've had these bizarre meltdowns on planes. They say they see things or they act very bizarre, the police come, they take them away, and they're never seen or heard from again. And in every news article, it states they were taken to a random hospital.
This is funny seeing all this because I watched a video from the New York Post. I guess there's a conspiracy theory that one of the people at the White House press conferences, when she was looking at the camera, and for like a split second, it looks like she's a fucking lizard person or some weird shit. Her face gets distorted. I don't believe that. Look at it. It could be a camera glitch. It couldn't be. You don't know.
I am being human trafficked. Stop! Leave me alone! Guys! Girls!
I've never watched this one.
Leave me alone! I am being human trafficked! I am being human trafficked!
Out of all the stories that I have covered involving these people on these planes, only one person has ever had a follow-up, and that would be Tiffany G. And there are some that even believe that this woman known as Tiffany G is not the same woman that was seen on the plane. In the video, she points at these officers who she claims are not officers at all, but hitmen who are hired to take out very important people, such as the Marino she had been referring to was Juan Camilo Moreno Terrazo, a high-ranking Mexican politician affiliated with the National Action Party. His life was ended in a 2008 Mexico City Learjet crash a few months before this video, and he was the Secretary of the Interior in the cabinet of the then President Felipe Calderon. He was a strongman and led an aggressive government call of Mexico's cartels before his life ended prematurely. In the video, she could be heard yelling about cannibalism and how the so-called elite, rich and powerful eat humans. This is when the police take her away in an armored vehicle, and again, like I said, she's never heard from again. What happens to be very bizarre is the fact that all information pertaining to Gabriela Rico Jimenez has been wiped clean off the internet. If you do a search on her name, you will only find very recent articles talking about her disappearance. We can only theorize and take her word that she was a supermodel because, again, her past was wiped clean. You can't find any information
and what was being said there, unless she was a really good actor. I'm just saying. With what we know about this world and the dark underworld and sex trade, I mean, it doesn't sound too far off
on this woman or her current whereabouts. So it's like this woman never existed, and the only proof of her existence is this only video footage right here. No update has been given since 2013, a year after the strange 2009 clip was reposted. DailyMail.com has reached out to the state prosecutor's office for comment as the case continues to garner a cult following. Many of those interested have honed in on the mention of the son of now 84-year-old Slim in particular, who went on to become the richest man in the world the following year, from 2010 to 2013. So after this strange 2009 incident, Slim became the richest man in the world. Even to this day, this businessman still remains the richest man in Mexico, with a net worth of more than $100 billion. While the Slim family never spoke of these accusations, meanwhile, an alleged witness to the woman's breakdown provided some more testimony in a blog called The Black Manic, where they claim to have spoken with Jimenez at an unspecified location where she was sent to after her arrest. Identifying themselves only as a law student, they offered the following first-person account, describing how they allegedly approached the visibly distraught woman with the intention of offering help. At the time, quoted, "At the time, I was in the place where the girl was taken after being detained." It begins not specifying the exact site. This person in this article is continued to be quoted as saying, "I was doing my practices in that place. I'm a law graduate." I still remember her face full of despair, fear, and anguish. She felt very weary of the environment and a strange feeling, they continued, before describing the alleged interaction. I approached her and asked her some questions, name, if I knew where she lived, etc. She told me that we were all dead, that we were all dead, that we were among them. Some other things rare, she simply left me paralyzed. After 20 minutes of being with her, some tall, well-dressed people arrived, the person claimed. They practically pulled me out of there. When asked why they were taking such measures, the mysterious officials told the student it was just a poor girl with mental disorder, they claimed.
Okay.
Asked where they were taking her, they allegedly told the student that it was none of their business before abruptly parting ways.
Do they have a
However, before they two disappeared, they allegedly stopped the student to ask what Jimenez told them. to which they said it was merely something insane. The next day, this person went to the senior officers of the ministry and told them about the issue and wanted information because the girl's family requested it. The unnamed alleged student went on to add, the senior officers just laughed and said, really, if she does not exist, she never existed, and you do not work here, meaning this person that's requesting this information can also disappear. There is a lot of truth to that statement because we don't know anything about this woman's past by searching her name. We don't even know what became of this woman after this video had concluded. This person who is asking for more information states they got a shiver and left. They left everything and left Monterey. The anonymous person then wrote, any trace of Jimenez aside from the video of her arrest no longer remains. DailyMail.com has reached out to the officials in Monterey for more information as the case continues to confound internet sleuths more than a decade later. The incident occurred on August 4th, 2009. If out there, Jimenez would be in her mid-30s. What's very odd is that every time this case has been spoken of, you will find multiple people in videos, forums, and articles such as the DailyMail.com that will say, this is fake, nothing happened here, move along, stop talking about it. Many people do claim that this woman was under psychosis, she was on drugs, and there are those that even claim she's been in a mental hospital since 2009. But no matter what, this is still a very bizarre case.
Yeah, just something to look up. I thought it was kind of weird, and I'm saying, if it's an internet hoax, like they say, or something, the words that she was saying, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't seem far-fetched from everything we've heard about, whether conspiracy or not, because you know what happens with conspiracies. Always right. Always right. For the truth. Okay, where are we at next? No, not this one. All right. So this is, can't remember his name now, Myron Gaines. And he's going to talk to us. He's actually having a conversation with an Israeli. And we're going to listen to what their both viewpoints are. And we're just going to sit back. We're going to relax. We're going to listen. And then you're going to probably hear what I say as well.
Bro? Yeah. So why are you such a self-hating person? I watch all your podcasts. You're a very, very hateful person. Nothing that you say is actually positive about anyone. You're very negative. I feel bad for you, brother.
Okay, may I respond?
And Am Yisrael Chai V'Kayam. Israel number one. Am Yisrael Chai. Palestine doesn't exist. Israel is us.
Israel also doesn't exist.
Am Yisrael Chai V'Kayam.
All right.
Jews will always exist. So continue living.
All right. Can I respond?
Stay here.
Oh.
Can I respond here? And we didn't do anything bad. The terrorists that fucked us up on October 7. What do you have to say about that? About October 7.
All right, so
say something.
Hold on, bro.
I want to hear.
Relax. Just relax, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to address each of your points.
Go for it.
So first, you gave me a middle finger on the side, and you said that I say a lot of hateful things.
You say some hateful things about women and about Jews.
That's
you
fine.
sound like an anti-Semite.
Okay, fair enough.
Just saying the truth.
Now, here's the thing.
You low-key sound like a anti-Semite.
Can
and
I
I heard your
sound like a
podcast.
Can I respond?
So respond. Go for it.
Can I respond just without interruption?
I'm listening.
Okay. So, the whole, name calling of being an anti-Semite, that's fine. But until you can call me a liar, I won't be offended. Number two, how can I be an anti-Semite when I'm actually an Arab? I am a Semite for real.
That's why you're an anti-Semite.
Hold on.
Have you been to Israel?
I'm an Arab. And then
have you been to Israel?
No, I have not.
So why are you talking? You don't have no idea what's happening in the region, bro.
That's irrelevant. So let me.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
So let me respond to your thing. So my position is this. I said that the IDF is a terrorist organization.
By who? It's an organized by who? Who is it organized by?
Well, if your president or your prime minister is being considered for war crimes, that would make them just like the Nazis, right? That's right?
Why is America the best ally? Why is Israel the best ally of America, the United States, which you're sitting in United States, enjoying the privilege of America?
Yes, yes.
Do you believe that you're an American?
Yes, I have served this country.
Okay.
And that is why, hold on.
So are you agreeing with that?
No, here's the thing.
Okay.
I've served this country, and since I've served this country, I don't like that a foreign country dictates our foreign policy, drops bombs on kids
100%.
with our tax dollars, and kills innocent people every single day and is starving them. That's my problem. Now, with that said,
Remember Bibi?
now let's go back to the IDF.
Bibi got us involved in Afghanistan and Iraq. He came out and even said it in front of Congress.
I was explaining this earlier, and I don't know if you were listening.
Don't remember.
But the IDF
Remember the 5
was
dancing Israelis.
3 organizations that were terrorist organizations.
It's an
prior.
army. It's not an organization. You're very well.
Dude,
you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
The army is
You
an
should learn about
organization.
that.
You got to stop interrupting, man. I let you speak openly. You got to let me speak. So again, bro, you got to back up. You got to back up. We gave you the opportunity to speak. You're a little drunk. Just be on the side, please. So anyway, so again, yes, I am sober. So going back to what I was saying, I was explaining that the IDF used to be the Irgun, Haganah, and Stern Gang, okay? These 3 organizations are paramilitary Zionist organizations that literally were killing Palestinians to create Israel in 1948. Then they rebranded and became the IDF. If you look at the definition of terrorism, conducting violence and killing people for the furtherance of political ideology.
Okay, do you think America killed innocent people? Let me ask.
See? Israel isn't a real place. It didn't exist until the 1950s.
You that. Wait, answer.
Hold on, okay?
1940s,
Again, I'm not disputing the fact that Hamas is a terrorist organization. This is what I was saying. But I'm saying if we're going to go ahead and label Hamas a terrorist organization, fair. But so is the IDF. Because
So
they
what
both
would you
commit
do?
acts
What
of
would you do
violence.
if you had your sister by Arabs that just want to kill every Jew in America? All the hate that we've been going through in the U.S., in Israel, all over Europe, all the terrorist attacks. What are you going to say about that? I want to know. What about that, honestly?
Well,
Don't forget, the Jews, Israel, planned these fucking pager attacks. Pager attacks.
You didn't
took
bomb
decades.
and kill and destabilize all of your neighbors and start wars.
We never did that.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you look at the history, what did America do when they came here and occupied? What did they do? Tell me. I want to know.
Well, here's the difference.
What's the difference?
Yeah, so we give the Native Americans land. We recognize their sovereignty. We let them govern themselves.
But they didn't kill
so
the
we are
Native
not like
Americans?
you guys. Well, hold on. Again.
But you're still living here.
Yeah.
You're not calling America as a terrorist.
Again. Like I said
They were
before.
forced to give
Unlike
Israel their land.
which you guys don't recognize a large majority of the Palestinians as citizens and don't recognize their right to return. You don't let them vote or whatever.
We definitely do.
Yet
You know how many Arabs live in Israel?
2 million.
How many Arabs
2
live in
million.
Israel?
2 million.
Do you know that they
2
work
million.
for us?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Do you know that?
really?
Do you know they work
back up.
for Israel?
Again.
Do you know that when they're getting bombed by Iran and by Tehran and all these countries that are bombing Israel, do you know who's getting hit?
They're getting bombed by Iran and they're getting bombed by Tehran. It's just all right. I'll let them cook.
Arabs as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
Poor,
I know that.
innocent
I know that.
Palestinians.
And see, here's the thing.
And
Because
they're-
you tried to say, oh, you just hate Jews. Well, I understand that there's a lot of.
I heard your
there's-
podcast. You did say some hateful things about Jewish people. I heard it.
Yeah, sure. Now, the
So-
thing I'm trying to say here, right? You can say what you want to say.
What?
What I'm telling you is, okay,
You are.
is that Israel has either started, lobbied.
No, we're a
or
peaceful country,
pushed.
bro. I grew
Really?
up there, and I'm so proud to be Jewish.
You're committing a genocide right now.
We're not.
You're
We're
committing a
not.
genocide
We're
right now.
protecting our country. What would you do if
You're
you were
committing-
getting
you're committing
hit
a
by all the
genocide right
countries
now.
around us, and we're the only country in the whole Middle East that actually allows you to be gay, whatever you want to be. The only free.
That's a L.
What?
So, if you're such a great country over there, pull U.S. funding. They don't need us. They're prosperous. They got the most not technology advanced. That would be us. But you know, they got this. That little country's been able to push off the entire Arab world. Just one tiny little country. They got this. They don't need us.
That's an L. But anyway, that's not really. That's not really. That's bro. Back up, man. Back up. You got to back up. Some of you guys got to back up, bro. All right. Can't just like come up on the mic and everything.
I'm doing my job. You
got to back up, dude.
Doing my job.
All right. So again, you guys got to respect the platform, right? So he's the one talking. You two, you guys got to go back in the crowd. I gave you an opportunity to talk. You didn't talk. Now he has it. You got to wait your turn, bro. Okay. So anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So the reality is the entire Middle East, right, has pretty much been destabilized or destroyed because of Israel's foreign policy, because you guys control our politicians. Okay? So you guys
I love your point of view, but you have no idea what you're talking about. And let me explain why.
What do you mean?
First of all, you've never been to Israel. It's the only country in the whole Middle East where you can actually be in a free country.
You're not a free country.
Remember, it's one of the countries in the Middle East, since he wants to be free, to where you can openly be a pedophile. You can be another pedophile from a different country, and you will be protected in Israel. Don't believe me? I did an episode about a month or two back. A 60 minutes documentary.
You're an apartheid ethno state.
Okay.
You're an apartheid ethno state.
Have you been to Gaza?
That's
Have
irrelevant.
you been to Gaza?
That's irrelevant.
It's very relevant.
That's irrelevant.
Answer the question. Have you been to Israel? No. Have you actually been to a terrorist attack? Have you been attacked by terrorists?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is to live around neighbors that just constantly hate you for being Jewish? Do you know what it's like?
They don't hate you because you're Jewish.
They do.
They hate you because you illegally occupy them.
We never occupied them.
And that's the reason why they hate you. And
it's the only Jewish country in the whole Middle East, the whole world.
And and they're clapping that they occupy. See, this is the difference.
When was it occupied?
You guys.
When was it occupied?
Occupy them.
When?
Now, let's talk about Gaza, since you want to bring up Gaza. Israelis love to say, we pulled out in 2005, 2006. We let them have their own elections, and we left.
Do you know when it was occupied?
But what you don't say is that you guys control their airspace. You control the food coming in. You control the power, the water. According to international law, you guys are occupying them, despite the fact that you guys lie and say, no, they self-govern. No, they don't. You guys occupy them in Gaza and in the West Bank.
They're occupied by Hamas, brother. You have no idea what you're saying. They're occupied by Hamas.
Okay. So anyway, which is ridiculous. The point is that you guys occupy them. Because if you weren't occupying them, how are all these kids starving?
First of all, they're starving themselves. Their own people are starving them. They're taking their own food that we actually give them. We supply them with food, electric.
You guys give them food. Not the $60 million in food aid that we sent over there. The only country, keep in mind.
What are you talking about, bro?
Okay, so I'm actually glad that we're on this topic. So they actually did an analysis on this. You know what percentage of food is actually being stolen by bandits and Hamas fighters?
A lot. A big percent.
1%.
You don't know that for a fact. Where are you getting your facts from?
I am getting my facts from all the humanitarian organizations.
All the media that are lying to you.
Etc. Everybody
go to Israel and talk. You don't know what you're saying,
You don't
bro.
have to go to Israel to see what's going on, okay?
You guys
are
just
starving.
seeing what you want to see, bro.
You guys are starving and killing children every day. And here's how I know. The President of the United States even admitted it 2 days ago. And we give you guys the aid. Meanwhile, Netanyahu's lying.
Let me ask you one question.
Hold
You're
on,
talking, but let me talk. Let me ask you one question.
I'm going to finish my point.
How many Arabs are dying every day?
I'm going to finish my point. I'm going to finish my point, okay? You guys are starving the kids, and you're killing the kids. All the food that comes in is dictated by Israel. You guys have killed aid workers, reporters, paramedics. You guys have killed them all. Kitchen aid workers, you guys have killed them. This is why, and you don't let the UN trucks in. Now, let's talk about Syria. I've been extremely critical of the Gulf states for not doing more for the Arab countries.
We believe in peace.
Bro, get off, you got to chill out, man.
We believe in peace.
Am Israel Chai v'Kayam. We're going to stay here, and we're going to stay here.
That's fine.
This is our country, and Israel is our country. We actually belong here.
He said we're going to stay here. He's not in Israel. He said, "This is our country." Granted, he didn't throw in Israel there, but I think he slipped up.
And if you have a problem with that, then I don't know what to tell you,
here's the
bro.
thing. You know what's interesting? Here's the difference.
Palestine doesn't exist. It never did.
Actually, it's in the Balfour.
Palestina. It would never. Palestine never existed.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Actually, that's wrong. It was mentioned in the Balfour Declaration in 1917. It does exist. And
okay, who's the president of Palestine? Who's the prime minister of Palestine?
Number one, it's Abbas. That's why they're going to recognize them, and you guys are losing your mind. And then number two.
Listen,
Number two. First, you said it doesn't exist.
You see, the fact that they're stepping on the Israel flag here, it just shows you what we're dealing with. Okay.
It's freedom
Now,
of speech.
The flags are very small too.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me tell you this. So let me give you my position on this. Despite what people might say, right?
He's not listening.
Despite what people say, I actually think that we need to broker some type of peace. I don't want Israelis to die. I really don't, actually. I condemn people.
I don't believe you.
Oh, wow.
I've been talking on my show.
I don't know why you're wasting your time here trying to
You're not even trying
prove
to listen.
a point.
You're not even listening.
When you don't actually know what you're talking about.
You're not even listening.
I'm listening.
See, I'm exercising a little bit of compassion that you guys don't exercise for the Palestinians. When those hostages were kidnapped, okay? And I saw people ripping posters off, I said, don't fucking do that. Because there's children and there's innocent people that got kidnapped that have nothing to do with anything. And here's the thing. This is my problem with the Israeli government and a lot of Israelis. Not all, but a lot of them. I'm able to exercise compassion for you guys, but you guys don't exercise compassion for the Palestinians. You guys think Israeli life is worth more than Palestinian life. You guys think that these people are cattle. You guys systematically bomb and kill them.
I don't know. Right now, I just think these Israelis versus Palestinians, Muslims. I just think in fucking the movie Remember the Zohan.
Compassion towards Israelis all the time. People never clip it though. But I actually don't want you guys to die or lose your state. I am for either a two-state solution or a one-state solution where all parties are able to have some level of sovereignty and live in liberty.
You're talking a lot, but you're not letting me say one word.
But the problem is that Netanyahu, your prime minister, doesn't want that. He's done everything in his power to sabotage the Oslo Accords, destroy every peace agreement, and he's been actively doing this for decades, to include propping up Hamas and giving them money.
Authorized the... Oh my god, it was in my head as I was trying to pause it. The occupation of Palestine. He just authorized it.
So that he can have controlled opposition to stay in power.
Let me ask you one question, because you're talking a lot. Do you actually want a Sharia law here in America?
No.
Do you want that? Because that's what's happening in New York, and that's what's happening in Gaza. And if you're gay in Gaza, you're getting thrown off a building. If you're a woman that doesn't cover the hair, you're getting killed. So if you want that as a country for them, if you actually want them to feel like they're in a free country, it will never happen in Gaza.
Well, here's the thing. I think that we shouldn't be intervening in other people's political affairs and let them dictate their government the way that they want. We don't have to come in and be the world's police and intervene in every single conflict and destabilize countries because we want democracy. We tried it with Iraq and it failed.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Why are you not standing up for what's happening in Ukraine, in Syria, in China, where
I like this guy. Tell me about the Talmud. Tell me about the Talmud, and then we can talk.
Thousands of Arabs are dying every day. Why, when it's up to Israel, you're so against it? It sounds like anti-Semite to me.
So clearly you weren't listening earlier. I said that I've been condemning the Gulf states for months about their lack of support to the Arab nations. I've been very critical of Qatar, of Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, etc. Now, you said you watch my content, but it doesn't seem like you do because everything that you're saying is actually not true with whether it's, oh, you hate Israelis, you want them to die. No, I actually don't think it's a good idea to stop on a flag. I think we need to find a way to bring both people together. Now,
what are you doing here besides hate?
You guys,
it sounds like hate.
I've not expressed any hate. The difference is that you guys are committing a genocide right now. That's a problem. So we need to find a way.
You said you. What do you mean by that? I thought you said it was. I thought you said it was an organization.
The Israeli government is conducting a genocide with the IDF, who is a terrorist organization according to the definition, and they were restructured.
Okay.
After
what would you do if you were the only democracy in the whole Middle East?
Sure.
What would you do?
Let me go through this.
Would you protect yourself?
Okay.
Would you protect yourself?
Let's go back to October 7th. Because people love to ask me this.
What happened on October 7th? Do you know?
Yes, 1,200 Israelis were killed.
By who?
Well, the IDF and Hamas.
What?
The IDF and Hamas.
You know, it was individual families that live in Gaza that actually took hostages. Did you know that? Till this day, there is hostages in Gaza.
Yep, I know.
And do you feel bad about that?
Of course. I don't think any innocent civilian should be suffering.
Okay.
I don't think that any innocent civilian, whether they're Israeli, they're Palestinian, they're Muslim, they're
so
Jewish.
what? So Israeli civilians should just sit and let that happen?
Well, here's the thing. If you would let me explain, right? So we had to, because you asked me October 7th, how should have they responded, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm not just one of these people that are going to criticize Israel and not give a solution. What they should have done was utilize their fantastic intelligence agencies where they can do pinpoint airstrikes and assassinate people and go ahead and remove the leadership of Hamas and do it like they did with Hezbollah.
And what would you do with the hostages?
They did it in Iran.
Hold on.
That's a really
Also-
good point. If they were able to pinpoint targets in Iran, how come they can't pinpoint targets in the Gaza Strip? That doesn't make any sense. They were just carpet bombing.
Send in a special unit, find the hostages, and find a way. But the thing is this, bombing a densely populated area for almost 2 years.
Every country bombed.
Killing 60,000 confirmed, while we have hundreds of thousands missing. 70% are women and children. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Okay.
Okay?
Dude,
First
fuck
of all,
that.
you're unaware of what's happening really. Okay? I don't think you know what's going on in Israel because we're protecting ourselves, okay? It's the only country, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you know about the Israeli IDF? Okay.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
Yes, I'm asking you. Yes, of course.
Okay, it's just like any government. They need to have an army that's protecting their people.
So if he's Israeli living in America, has he done his mandatory service yet? Because pretty sure they all have to come back and do their mandatory service.
Right?
For sure.
You agree with that?
For sure.
Okay. So why, if someone is going and people and kidnapping, we're just going to sit there and let that happen?
Again, I just said a second ago.
I'm not condemning genocide, okay?
You're not condemning it?
No.
Okay.
I first of all, you don't know what's happening right now in Syria. You don't seem like you're mad about that or about what's happening in Russia or Ukraine. You're mad about Palestine. Why are you so pinpoint on that?
You just said you don't condemn genocide.
I do.
Oh, you do now?
No, I do not. I do not condemn genocide.
Okay, so...
But what's happening in Israel is not genocide.
So the systematic murder of innocent people and the ethnic cleansing, you don't condemn that. You don't condemn genocide. Wow. I think that speaks volumes in itself. I think that speaks volumes in itself. He does not condemn genocide.
What are they all
He
Jews
wants
right
people
there?
to die, and he doesn't care,
Anyways,
and that's
this
fine.
platform is actually anti-Semite, so I'm over it.
Bro,
So
you're anti-human.
Go ahead, continue
You're anti-human. You are anti-human.
Okay.
You literally are saying, I don't condemn genocide. You are okay with innocent people dying. That's incredible. And look, freedom of speech is freedom of speech. But
You're getting embarrassed, bro.
and I'll fight for your ability to say what you want to say. But the fact that you don't condemn a genocide is ridiculous, man. Innocent kids are dying every single day, and you think that's okay. That speaks volumes as to the Israeli mindset. Wow.
Where the fuck is my mouse? Alright. What's next? Alright. Now that all that's done with, it's time to switch course for a little bit and take a break. Get you a drink. Get you some more breakfast. Get you a snack. Whatever it is. Smoke a cigarette. But I'll see y'all in a minute.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision's softly creeping, left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
All right, so obviously we're going to talk about something that's really more important to me than probably most of you out there. But before we do that, I did not know President Trump had a ceremony, what was this, 2 days ago, for Purple Heart veterans, and I haven't watched it. So we're going to blind react watch this, and then I'm going to have... No, never mind. We're going to switch straight to the one I want. So this is kind of like a glimpse, that video especially, a glimpse, a day in the life of what people go through when they're deployed. And that's one of the reasons I don't like Israel, because they started these wars with the Twin Tower attack that started the GWAT wars, and it just fucking spiraled into 20 plus years of, I don't know.
since we started the longest war in our country's history. We could even lump in Gulf War veterans. We can even talk about not Cuban Missile Crisis.
The only reason I'm really playing all this because like I've been in the kind of like a funk to where I miss what I was doing, what I did, but then I realized like I don't know, just those intrusive thoughts.
We talk about Cold War veterans, Vietnam, Korea, World War II, World War I veterans. We could talk about all of them. And my question is, why are we now in December of 2024 at the end of the legislative session, why are we now talking about the dangers of these jobs and the concussive effects that these jobs, these MOSs, have on the men and women that perform them, and perform them to a high level? As we said, become subject matter experts.
You could
never thought
be in anything medical,
to
especially
research
emergency
this.
medicine.
We saw soldiers coming home from war, mangled, missing limbs,
burned,
TBIs, lots of them, with all kinds of issues. We never thought to check in on the people that are firing these weapon systems. I mean, if you go onto YouTube or Rumble or Facebook or anywhere that you can find videos and look up a 105 artillery cannon firing, just search that and watch it. Watch the process of a field artillery team firing its cannons. The first thing you're going to notice is that it's a thing of beauty when it's done correctly.
It actually is. But
when everyone's moving in unison, when they're supposed to be moving and doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's almost like it has a rhythm. And they can get those rounds down range at pretty damn good clips. The other thing that you'll notice if you watch it are watch the environment around the cannon. Watch the camo netting. Watch the uniforms of the soldiers. Watch their reactions. Watch the dust. Watch the cannon itself. And you can see how violent it is. If you watch the uniforms of the soldiers, you can see them, the intense wave of wind or whatever you want to call it, that pushes their uniform. Like if it wasn't zipped up, it'd have blown it right off their bodies, like that.
I'll explain to you because I lived next to a bigger cannon for like a year that would literally shake shit off our walls when it fired. What it looks like is like, you know, you see movies where like there's a ripple in time. I guess I could explain it that way. It's like where the dust comes up from where the weapon was fired, and then you just see like you can see, well, I don't know, maybe it was just my imagination, you can see like a circular thing push out, and then like it would go through you, would go with things. Like the worst feeling is like when it goes through you, like it feels like your heart's gonna stop, and I don't know. I lived next to one of those for a year, and it was constant firing multiple times during the day. So one of the reasons my brain is scrambled is because of that system right there. Not this one. This one's a little smaller.
Then it's over. What I'll tell you about it, though, is it's an amazing fucking feeling. It's unlike anything. It's unlike anything to be next to a howitzer cannon when it's firing of any caliber. There's a few different ones. Then the Big Daddy, man. But you feel it.
Especially when you fire
feel
the
it
HE
all the way
round.
down in your balls. Look up mortarmen.
Yep.
And watch what they go through to fire their mortars. And they're dropping them one after the other, thump, 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 one after the other. Just getting rounds downrange, right? Their whole job is combat service support. It's a combat MOS, but really it's a combat support role. Especially the artillery guys, they're miles behind. And the infantry guys are going to call them and give them a grid coordinate. They're going to find it on the map. They're going to dial it in. They're going to adjust their
drop
cannons
some rounds
and yank on those strings. Boom! Here comes your help, boys. And 15 to 40 seconds later, or something like that, hell rains down from the sky. It's amazing.
Even worse when it's them launching it at you.
But clearly it's damaging. And the idea that we as a country have never thought, and I'm guilty too.
Not me. I knew.
The only thing I'll claim is that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a researcher.
I'm the experiment.
I probably should have thought of it also. But we never thought to look at these soldiers. If you're watching these videos, or if you've stood there yourself, and then later been a victim of a TBI of some sort, I thought, man, those guys really take a pounding. If you're around that gun all day and it's been firing all day, you're tired. It takes a lot out of you. But the main thing the list told us at the end was risk of suicide. Well, here's what we know about veteran suicide. They tell us the number is 22 a day. 22 veterans a day, on average, take their own lives. They also tell us, the numbers are out there, a very high percentage of those 22 a day. I want to say it's like 32%, but I could be wrong. I don't know that for sure, but it's a pretty high percentage of men and women that served in the military that end up committing suicide, successfully or unsuccessfully, are those that did not deploy to a combat area.
Which is strange.
And for a long time, the answer we got from the VA, from the Department of Defense, from all the branches of service, from these independent scientists or study groups or whatever the hell you want to call them, were things like, well, maybe they just felt inferior. Maybe they felt inadequate. Their counterparts were deploying 2, 3, 4 times, maybe 5 or 6, even some of them. And these folks never got to deploy. They didn't feel like they earned the status of veteran. Maybe they didn't feel like they contributed. Okay, well, maybe that's partly true. But did anybody ever stop to think that maybe a large part of that percentage were veterans that had scrambled brains? The other thing that we do know about some of these guys in these MOSs is that they like to play real hard.
There's no other way.
Destructive behavior. Self-destructive behavior.
Maybe.
Which was on the list also. Is it possible that of the 22 veterans a day that kill themselves, that some of that percentage, that large percentage, I believe around 30%, that didn't deploy, there is a number in there that is probably larger than we care to imagine. Veterans that were working in these jobs. And part of the reason they had mental health struggles and ultimately decided to take themselves deep was untreated TBI.
And it's the weird thing is, these are the guys that never deployed. Imagine the ones that were running 24-hour cannons. Me sleeping next to this shit. Me working next to this shit. The only break I really got is when we went out on mission. You can tell the different types of rounds by the intensity. If it was a shockwave, a minor shockwave that shook stuff, great, that's one of the better ones. That was typically a loom round. But when they started firing these HEs, these highly explosive ones, dude, the shockwaves knocked shit off the wall. I mean,
nobody's ever talked about that before. We've never thought to study that before. But now magically, in December of 2024, we're going to study that. I hope that they do something quickly. They do something quickly to protect these soldiers. Whatever that is. And I'm sure that there's somebody with their hand out in some, like we said earlier, some government contract that's going to design some widget that they claim is going to protect soldiers. Hopefully it isn't 3M. We saw how that went with the earplugs. But they need it.
No, those concussive helmets don't work either.
Something like this could reduce that number from 22 down drastically. It is possible.
How if 30% of the 22 is this is them?
We owe it to them.
What about
they're here
70%?
still or not? We owe it to the past, the current, and the future members of our military to come up with the fucking answers. And I hope they do it quickly.
It's funny though when you think about how this doesn't get a lot of attention in the mainstream media, but you know what does? CTE. And this is a very similar situation, but doesn't matter for us. Like I said, I've been in a mood, and a lot of people I know have been in a mood lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's the planets realigning or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to watch another video, and we'll talk more after it's done. Nobody walks their dog tag after they get out. Faggot. Just gonna let it happen?
Watch your ass, G.I. Joke.
Keep your head on a swivel, bitch.
Tourniquet's in the wrong position. Just do it. Bro, I was such a lush when I got out.
You okay, man?
Y'all think Jeff got drunk.
I'm fine. I'm just tired.
Jeff would drink, what, 6, 8, 12 pack? I was easily drinking half a bottle to a bottle of bourbon a day. I was spending a lot of money on bourbon, and my wife was buying it. I was buying it. I don't know why. It numbed me, I guess. And like I said, that was one of the things where I had to really stop drinking, so I started smoking weed.
Well, what can I get you?
I don't know. Whatever gets rid of ghosts.
Nothing get rid of them.
First round's on
It's bourbon.
Let me know if you need anything. Anything at all.
Bottom shelf bourbon, but
Okay. You know, sometimes.
like, I shit you not, like a regular drinking glass. I would pour those, add 3 cubes of ice, and I would just sit there and drink it. It took a little longer on the first one, then I'd get a second glass, and it would go even faster. I mean, the more I drank, the more I wanted.
Even when a lot of time has passed, things don't get easier, do they?
I'm sorry.
You know, civilian life. I'm guessing Army, right?
Air Force, actually.
Faggot.
So close.
Not even close.
Marines. 8 years in, got out about 4 years ago. But I'll tell you, some days are harder than others.
Yeah, I swear some.
Now here's what's odd enough. You know how they're just both veterans and they can just talk? They don't even know each other. They'll just say shit. That's real. I will not know anybody, but if we start just something small talk, and one of us lets it loose that we're a vet, man, we talk like we've known each other for years, and we have no idea who they are. It's just a crazy feeling. I don't know. And I guess it's like your comfort group, the camaraderie.
All the days are hard. Especially when you just can't quiet the ghosts. It's no wonder some people just opt out.
I lived a pretty reckless life, to be honest. The thing about like being constantly on alert, you either want to drink it away, make the pain go away, or you want to fulfill that feeling. I don't know. It's like a thrill ride. Like you had it. It was been high for so long that we just cut it out like that. They expect us to go really, really good. But no, that's self-destructive behaviors because we want to feel those endorphins back. And for some reason, I just thought about that because now I'm getting nostalgic and I'm getting that feeling all over again. He walked in with a wad of cash and some coins. He drank almost a whole bottle. What bar is that?
Hey, I've got your brother. I've been there. We're gonna get through this together, okay?
What can I say? Shit's real. Like that hits. That hits. Because when you like talk to people, not anybody, not everyone understands. There's only a small percentage of people in this world that can understand. Oh, it's just hard sometimes. Especially when you can't talk about it to like just everyday people. I can talk to this because I'm talking to myself. I look like I'm talking to myself, so in my mind, I'm just talking to myself about it. Sometimes that helps. I don't know what it is. It's just a feeling that comes and goes in waves, and you can't control it. Now, hopefully, that I talked about it, and I mean that feeling to go away at least for a while. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. But I don't know. Shit's rough to live with. I mean, not that I'm saying other people's trauma isn't easy to live with. It's just I don't know. I kind of desire that rush, that thrill. Because that's like one of the times where I really ever felt at peace was walking through a combat zone. But yeah, that was for me. More for me, because I don't know. That's why I played at the end, because most people disappear before the end. Especially when it's a longer stream. But yeah, that's just not what's just in my mind. It's just a glimpse of how veterans inside, other than me, see things just like that. But yeah, I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just showing you the way other people think and see the situations. Like, does that make sense? If not, just think. Just telling you to think. And if you know somebody that's a veteran, not me, I deal with shit my own ways. If you know somebody, family member, a friend, send them a message. Give them a call. Or if you know anybody that's gone through some rough patches in life, or they're going through something right now, talk to them. It's when they live in their mind where shit gets worse. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming. And I'll see you. You'll always see me. Kind of like my endorphin.